Hey, RetconRaider here, with special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to Matthew Smith, Revenant, Alois, Anerdinwarpaint, Dragon Matrix 7, Eerie V23, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, Kazorm, Nathan Welch Jr., RobbyB, Tomasz Piątkowski, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. As you can see, we're currently camped just outside of Tyrandalev's lair, but we are also exhausted, so we'll have to rest before we head inside. We did have a couple of random encounters on the way here, nothing all that notable, just ash giants, Nabasu, stuff like that, so nothing really worth showing. And, I will note, we are stacking up corruption a bit faster than I thought we would. Which I guess isn't a huge deal, we can always just teleport back to Dresden as needed for decontamination. But it does mean we'll have to do this exploration in bursts, I suppose. Which I guess actually works out for the better, because that'll let us clear the events we have queued in Dresden on a more regular basis. Which will also unlock the associated bonuses faster, and I suppose prevent them from stacking up into a giant pile like they did that first time around. Oh, and I will also note, I am temporarily disabling our crafting. We're running a bit low on the high-end crafting ingredients. But Arseno's got a full stock, so we'll purchase more ingredients as funds allow. Anyway, let's get some rest and we'll check this place out.
Do your tiefling friends tease you about your shadow? I remember how upset you used to get when you were little.
Stop acting like we know each other. Only a pathetic idiot would be friends with a crazy beggar. You got it? That ain't me.
Aw, that's kind of harsh. But I guess it would be pretty weird. Waljif is like 20 and Ember's gotta be like 60? She's like an eternal elven waif who's been haunting Canabras for half the Crusades. Oh, look at that. Apparently resting forced another perception check, and picked up 2 new locations we might not have otherwise spotted. Looks like the Ravaged Longhouse is an actual real location, too. So that actually changes my plans, I think. We were going to set our sights on the ancient Sarkorian mines next, but I think we'll check out the Longhouse right after we're done with Tyrandalev's lair. Speaking of which, the secret hideout of the Silver Dragon Tyrandalev, where she managed to cure herself of corruption many years ago. We'll just do a quick set of Waljif buffs.
Don't mind me.
Good enough. Let us proceed. That's the exit. Right. Let us proceed. He's dead. We didn't get here fast enough. maybe we got here just in time. They are marked as non-hostile, but I imagine that'll change once we walk inside. Who's that? One of the Queen's lapdogs? Sound the alarm! We've been discovered! Yeah, that seems about right. So who are we killing first?
Retreat is not an option.
I will resist.
Stop! Please stop! A red-haired man raises his hands in a calming gesture. This place is an abode of peace and tranquility. A place to heal the soul and the body. It's not a battlefield. Please, spare this man. I'm sorry, who are you? My name is Hal. Oh, is it? No relation to Hal Saliax, I imagine? I am a healer, my lord, by trade and by calling. This place is my infirmary. The people you've killed were those I nursed to health myself. They had scarcely recovered from their wounds when they fell to your sword. At least spare this young boy. So it turns out that gold dragons are really bad at bluffing. But yeah, this is obviously a test. So tell me, Hal, are you a cultist? Should I be stabbing you right now? I am a healer. I save lives. The man looks at you resolutely, and there's a golden gleam in his hazel eyes, as epic music swells behind him. The vows I have taken make no distinction about who deserves to live or die. I give aid to all the injured I find in the wound. Demon worshippers are often left behind to die, and so it happens that they are most often in need of my help. As a rule, Crusaders have their own healers in every unit, but cultists are not accustomed to looking out for one another. Their masters do not accept weakness. Yes, they are full of fear and anger, and no one can dispel their evil feelings. The commander asked you a very specific question. Are you an accomplice of the cultists or not? Instead of giving such a long speech, you could have simply said, "Yes, I am," and let us decide your fate. Nah, it's cool, Regil, I've got this. So you realize you're basically telling me you're out here helping the enemies of all mortal kind, right? I have no enemies. The healer clasps his clawed hand to his totally normal heart. There is nothing but sorrow and compassion in my soul. Look at this young man. He rushed into battle, seeking to destroy you for the sake of his masters. Yet with that same zeal, he helped me save his friends, and did not leave their side until the danger had passed. This soul has not yet been lost. The battle between good and evil still wages within him, as it does within us all. If you would only listen to one another. I won't listen to this scum. The young man glares at you with an angry, sullen expression. Death to Iomede's lackeys! The healer sighs heavily, the sound coming out like a cascade of draconic rumbles that have been playing through this entire conversation. If both of you could set aside your anger and hatred, less blood would be shed. As long as someone is alive, they can still change. Only the dead are lost forever. I love how over the top this whole thing is. The mysterious stranger with the golden eyes and the perpetual aura of radiant light and swirling dust, set to a backdrop of epic swelling music, and draconic rumbles playing every 15 seconds. Those are kind of hard to miss. So yeah, under normal circumstances, Vex would just stab this kid and be done with it, but we'll play along. Very well, normal human stranger who is clearly not testing me. I will spare this child, but just the once. If I see him again, Kaz eats him. I feel like that's fair. The man lowers his head. I understand and accept your decision. You are stern, but not cruel. This gladdens my human heart. So I can go? The boy looks at you with distrust. I want you to know I won't change. I will remain your enemy, and Lord Baphomet will give me great power and stuff. I'm a cultist. You are already so strong. You do not need to serve demons. When you finally understand this, your soul will find peace. You already possess that which is worth the most. Your life. I love this guy. The healer turns toward you, his red hair blows in the wind like tongues of flame, and his hazel eyes turn to gold. His voice becomes deeper and more majestic. You acted toward this poor boy as Tyrendelev acted towards you in Canabris, when she treated you with no consideration of who you were, or whether you deserved to live. I can feel the touch of her magic upon you, like a last lingering farewell. The dragon looks down on you from above. With every move of his powerful muscles, his golden scales shimmer and shine. Tyrendelev made the right choice, child. As did you. You were not born a dragon, but the true spirit of a dragon is within you. It is strong in you as it was in her. Trust me, I knew Tyrendelev well. I am the gold dragon, Exsellsior. What? No. What? No. It was once my honor to teach the protector of Canabris. Gosh, no way. So this was all a test? Life itself was testing you. I merely seized the opportunity to look upon you. The last soul helped by Tyrendelev. Right, sure. Yeah, that might as well be a thing. You know, we are still fighting an epic war against a demonic invasion threatening all of mortal kind. We could really use the help of a gold dragon. I don't suppose you'd like to do that? Exsellsior shakes his head. Not now, I'm afraid. I have my own responsibilities to metallic dragons. But I will watch you from afar. And if I see you are ever in need of a dragon's wisdom, I will not be the only one willing to come to your aid. Great. So I guess I'll just go keep getting people killed trying to save the world. Thanks. But at least I've got that whole dragon spirit thing, right? You want to maybe elaborate on that? Remember that life is a journey. Some go through it faster, others slower. But we all reach an end where nothing can be changed. As long as we are alive, so too is the hope of change. While we are living, we can do much good and change the world for the better. Not an answer, but okay. I taught this to Tyrendelev when she was on the brink of despair. She thought that, now tarnished, she was doomed to suffering and evil. But I showed her that as long as we are here, and not at Pharasma's throne, nothing is lost. And no one is lost. Choose the actions that will make the world better. Such is the path of a gold dragon. Yeah, doubling back on that real quick. How did you reverse the whole corruption thing on Tyrendelev? I might actually need to do that again, so it's kind of important. The dragon closes his eyes for a moment. Tyrendelev. Here she found shelter, fighting the desire to decimate and destroy. I flew here to help her. The sun rose and fell more than once as she poured out all of her hatred upon me. All the pain that was tearing her soul apart. Many times we found ourselves at one another's throats, ready to fight. Many times her words wounded me deeply. But in the end, I got through to her. I found the right words, and I stayed with her here in this place of peace and rest, until her soul found healing. Torendalev this, Torendalev that. Oh, by the way, a huge demonic beetle with a scythe chopped off her head and dragged her body to some unknown place. Probably to eat it. Darren gives an unpleasant smirk. If we avenged your girlfriend, would you wipe away Discari's tears, oh kind, wise, forgiving dragon healer? Thank you, Darren. And on that note, I think we're done. Well, Hal, it has been an experience. I guess I'll see you around. I would say, until we meet again, child. Yeah, don't ever say that. That is super weird. Also, I'm like 40? Nice guy. Not a whole lot of help. In fact, you could probably argue he actually made things worse by convincing us to let that cultist go. But, otherwise, nice. I'm gonna miss him. Tunic of the Ardent War Priest. +3 fervor per day. Completely useless to us because we do not have a War Priest. But hey, between that and the other gear, we still pulled like 12,000 gold worth of loot here. Not bad. And we met Hal, which was fantastic. Also, I'm just going to tell myself that that one cultist who ran away was actually like a local improv actor that Hal recruited for the cause. If the understudy. Good guy. I'm sure he'll be fine. Okay, well, with Torendalev's lair behind us, I guess it's time to pick out our next target. We've got 2 within spitting distance, the Ravaged Longhouse and the Heart of Mystery. And I'd actually kind of like to save all the puzzle sites for when we've got Nenio with us, which will be a lot easier to do once we knock over this fortress and get a teleportal set up there. In fact, let's take care of some Crusade stuff real quick. We'll get that whole thing rolling. Oh, hey, Crannook's thing. Nice. The letters procured by Crannook have been disclosed. Several influential citizens of Neurosian have been arrested and prosecuted, whereupon any issues related to Crusade supplies and support have suddenly become easier to solve. Yeah, I'll bet. You know, after Lady Konomi's not-so-subtle threats during our recent diplomatic meetings, I can't help but wonder how many of the people who just got arrested just happened to have links to the Royal Council. That probably didn't work out the way they were hoping it would. But hey, still worked out for us. That's a nice bump to our finances and material income. Oh, and we've got our second military upgrade. That's the one that lets us unlock advanced archers. Yeah, let's get that going. No reason not to. And we can finally get that leadership rank up going as well. And that's just a one-day project, so we can get the coronation going right after that. Man, we've only been out here for 2 days, and it already feels like we're making huge steps forward on the Crusade side of things. What was I doing with these guys? Oh, right. Yes, I got it. First things first, we need to bring Shy Shankers down to the stone maze to knock out this weaker army. We need more levels under his belt. Alright, Shankers, let's do this. We'll start with the cultists before they get close enough to channel. Oh, nice. That's the Brimerax. Cultists are out. And we're done. A nice, clean victory for Shy Shankers. Crusaders attacked the demons at a propitious moment, when they were trying to sink a stash of gold iron ingots in the nearest sand swamp. That hoard of metal would have been deadly to the beasts of the abyss, and safely ended up in Mendevian warriors' care instead. Hey, 200 mats. Not bad. A shame we can't actually use any of that to finish the crafting quests. Must be low-grade stuff. And, you know, as practical as it might be to just keep stacking our spell power, I think it's just more fun if we open more unit slots. Then we can actually use all these colorful units that we're getting from various events. The caster generals are plenty powerful anyway, even without deliberate stacking, so we'll go for Master of Maneuver. Which means we now have room for one more unit. Let's get the Rangers back in there. We'll actually have to do some significant reorganizing once we upgrade our archers, because that'll leave an open slot in Agaboya's crew. Are we close enough? Now we are. Yeah, that's fine. It's just temporary anyway. And Agaboya. Let's tag in those new reinforcements. And start blazing a trail towards that fortress. That should be fine. Just gotta be mindful of our marksmen. They have to sit out any serious fights. Hi there. Let's drop the dretches before they make a big stink. Oh, not enough. Overkill, but better safe than sorry. Even a single dredge can inexplicably cripple an entire army. That works. Oh, underestimated that acid blood. Right. Summons don't count if they're the last ones on the field. Having ejected the demons from Eagle Rock, the former Crusade outpost lost during the Fourth Crusade, also a great 70s song, warriors were dismayed to discover that the fortifications had fallen into miserable ruins under demon rule. However, in the Warden's chambers, there is a cache containing valuables, unnoticed by marauders. Neato torpedo. We can certainly use that. Since we don't really have any hunter headgear, I've just been keeping a wisdom headband on Vex to bump up that will save. Pretty much the same with the pet pals. Look at that, double upgrade. Not too shabby. What have we got next? Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, these guys are slightly tougher, but we should be able to handle them with some slightly heavier firepower. Hey there, Painaji, hiding in the corner. Well, we can't have that. Lovely. Ooh, I don't like that. All right. Let's not do that. Should have just gone for a second fireball. It's fine. No harm done. Get out of here. A poor prisoner who was freed in the battle asks for a word. In his hand, an item wrapped in a rag. The prisoner says he was once a crusader, and for decades he has hidden this item from the demons. He is overjoyed to present it to his savior. A whole scythe. Where were you hiding this? Deadly Toll. A +5 scythe. with a +4 on crit confirmation. Very simple and straightforward. A nice find if we actually had a scythe specialist, which we do not. So that's just a big pile of gold. So we found about 30,000 gold worth of loot today. That's not bad at all. Now this one is trickier, especially with a general in the mix. Let's go ahead and pull the marksman. We already cut it too close with that last fight. Of course, this will be less an issue once we finish that upgrade project and turn all of our archers into marksmen. Then we'll have one bigger, more sustainable stack. That'll also leave us with an empty slot in our formation. We'll probably tag in the sorcerers from Shai's group. Okay, let's do this. Well, they went a lot faster than I would have liked, but we have to take down those archers. Nice. Ow. Okay, this is risky, but let's go for the cab. Fingers crossed. Okay, okay. We have to drop these guys before they set up for channeling. Ow, ow, ow. Oh goodness, that hurt. Yes, perfect. Wah ha ha ha! Fools! Ah, that was fun. But now we have to do damage control. Just gotta heal enough of our guys to get back under the infirmary threshold. That'll do it. A host of demons once guarded the horrific remains of the Tower of Yap, sculpted from demon flesh. The Crusaders stormed the ruins and ended the lives of all who dwelt within. The remains of the tower resemble the decomposing carcass of a giant beast, and the warriors of the Crusade are already setting up a war camp a few miles from the ruins to keep an eye on this heap of rotting meat. Okay, mission accomplished. The path has been cleared, the fortress secured. Oh, and look at that, we got a level up too. Breath of Life is tempting. But at the same time, I feel like Cure Wounds was perfectly adequate. It got the job done. Breath of Life does scale faster, but it's also more expensive to cast. No, you know what? We'll go for Ice Storm. Same overall damage. No worrying about fire-resistant foes. Plus the extra hindering effect. Yeah, that feels like a solid upgrade. Now we'll just group back up, and I think we're done with crusading for today. Oh, that's not bad. That's pretty bad. No, that's definitely pushing it. Rift Drakes are a problem. Okay. Sorry, just wanted to get a gander at the armies around us so I could start plotting out our next move. But we're done with that for now, so let's go check out that longhouse. Makeshift lab. Buffs are still up. No one's fatigued. The name of this village has been lost to time, as well as the name of the Sarkorian clan that lived here. The husk of a long house, its decaying beams that protrude from the ground like the ribs of a stripped carcass, serve as the only reminder that this land once belonged to humans. A nice, light, refreshing blood rain. One sec, let me get the rest of our buffs set up. We're resting right after this. And we're back. Let's give this place a gander. I mean, we're clearly supposed to go that way, but I guess we'll check this first. Descend into well. I'm not so sure about that. Let's finish scouting the map before we start descending into things. There's our longhouse. Exploded tree. Kaz is pulling his backwards act again. That's the well, right? Okay, let's have a peek inside. We are encountering significantly less monsters than I was anticipating here. Because they're all in the basement. Gotcha. And now the well access makes a lot more sense. Given that the well is skill-gated, I'm guessing that's our better access point. Athletics is just slightly short. Let's go ahead and bump that up.
Yes?
That'll do. We're in. And we've got a Bodak. I don't know what that is. Level 10, Chaotic Evil Undead. Stats are pretty standard. Defenses are moderate. DR 10. Honestly, seems pretty underwhelming, but let's get some death wards up just to be on the safe side. We've got slots to spare. Plus, we get to use this amulet. That should be fine. That's the entire front line. And we've also got this very fancy box here. Apparently left by Viva la Dirt League. Those guys apparently get around. Oh, good. The blue puzzle tiles. We're already toting around the green ones. And apparently each set of tiles is only used once, so I've retired the white tiles. Alright, nice find. Let's knock out these Bodaks. Bodak. Darren, you okay there? Some sort of aura. Interesting. Oh, Death Gaze. That doesn't sound good. We'll just have the backline keep their distance, I think.
Kneel before me.
Oh goodness, there's a lot of these guys. Nice. Thanks, Waldip. Always appreciated.
Prepare yourself.
Well, that wasn't bad at all. Much like with the Shades back at Polura's Fall, Death Wards just really kind of trivialized the whole fight.
Out of my sight!
Let's see what that netted us. Assorted ingredients, no big deal. Hey, a bar of cold iron. One more, and I think we can reforge that ring. Oh, crap. Okay, level drain on Waldjif and Darren. Permanent level drain, we're gonna need diamond dust on that.
This one's mine!
The bereft one. Yeah, I'll admit these guys are slightly more dangerous than I gave them credit for. Let's take the edge off that level drain. Oh, it's at 1 per. That's unfortunate. Thank you, Amber. Crit Storm.
Desna, guide my hand.
Sorry, I was just trying to think of something clever to say about the bereft one. And the first thing that popped into my brain was Daytime Bereavers and the Homecoming Scream. Sounds like the name of a classic Scooby-Doo episode. Oh, here we go. On the brink of death. Oh, that's interesting. Whenever the wearer's health is below 50, there's a chance that every subsequent attack against them will reflect back on the attacker. So that's like a great last line of defense for squishy casters. Or for our main. Though, the Vex already has that athletics boosting shirt that I'd prefer to keep on him. I don't think we want to give up the +2 pen. We could definitely drop that, though. We've got room on Waljiff, but he's actually pretty well off on defenses. Let's put that on Darren. He is our party's primary healer, so, I mean, if he drops, the whole party is screwed. And then we'll toss his shirt off to someone else. Not Waljiff. Waljiff's already acid resistant, but maybe... maybe Regil? We'll have to see what Regil's wearing. There you go, Regil. You have fun with that. And I think we're done. Wait, did we check this tunnel? One sec. Aha! We did not check out this tunnel. That's almost 1,000 gold worth of extra loot. And a weird breached wall we can't go through. Maybe that's supposed to be where the Bodaks came from. Alright, well now I think we're done. Alright folks, we are pushing the hour mark, but we've cleared 2 locations and done a fair amount of crusading. I feel like that brings us to a pretty good stopping point. We do need to get some rest though, so I can get these level drains taken care of. Let's pop back up top. We'll set up camp and enjoy some party banter before we call it quits.
Men and women often look at me with lust in their eyes. But not you. I find being with you calming, surprising as that may sound.
Unacceptable. A demon should feel fear when in proximity to a Hell Knight.
And that is a great note to leave things off on. Thank you, Regil. Oh, Also, Ember over there just being one with the universe. That's pretty fantastic. I was hoping we'd trigger one of the special camp events. Apparently there's a handful of them, which you can only trigger by camping in map like this. So I'll have to start doing that a little more often. But yeah, not bad. It was a fun bit of banter. And with that, I bid you adieu. We'll hit the pause button for now. I'll take care of those level drains and the off-screen bookkeeping, plus get started on that construction at our new outpost. And we will pick up here next time, as we continue our casual tour of the terrors of the World Wound. At least until we get so corrupted we have to pop back to Dresden and tend to paperwork. But, you know, just part of the job. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website. And if you'd like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things, or maybe even check out the Patreon, or the new YouTube memberships. Links are in the description.
Stop acting like we know each other.